I will try to explain the new planetary paradigm and what it means. And of course, ask any questions you might have, because this is a complex matter. And also, the most exciting thing that has happened on this planet for more than 50,000 years. More than 150 years ago, a new paradigm was opened on this planet. And the reason was to elevate, expand the consciousness, and also to assist humans in moving past their current level of consciousness. Now, why is this important? Normally, when a life form reaches this state, they will self-destruct. Now, and the reason for that is simple. DNA changes very slowly. And throughout human evolution, aggression, greed, violence, manipulation, selfishness have all been keys to survival. It's been necessary for the life form to evolve. And we still have that same DNA. At the same time, our civilization has changed. And now we have access to more technology, more advanced technology, weaponry. And we have, as a species, very low impulse control. We're still led by our emotions and feelings. We're still very primitive. In reality, we're still the same people we were 100,000 years ago. So, when the gap between a civilization's evolution and the evolution of the DNA of the life form, when that gap becomes too wide, normally the life form will self-destruct. And this will happen to this life form as well, under normal circumstances. So, opening a new paradigm is about giving this life form an opportunity to move past that phase. Not only to survive, but to become a more advanced life form. It's like we're skipping a few steps in evolution, skipping several generations. Now, why couldn't we just work with the existing paradigm? Because it's simply not the same people. It's not the same species. On the outside, it is. But the new paradigm has been established so that more advanced souls can incarnate. If you inject a lot of atmas, a lot of souls of a higher consciousness into a pool where most of the individuals are of a primitive consciousness, they will become even more destructive, even more aggressive. The conflicts will be beyond what they are able to handle. So we need to keep it separate. So the whole point was for more advanced, more mature souls to incarnate. And they are. It's been a very slow process up till now. And now we've started to open it for real. And millions of more advanced souls are incarnating, bringing with them wisdom, technology, science, a whole different way of experiencing what it means to be human. And these two paradigms will coexist for at least 200 years. The old paradigm will at some point be closed, but for as long as atmas, souls, find it beneficial to incarnate in the old paradigm, it will still be open. It's all about bringing the planet forward. These 2 days, we will be exploring what this means and how you can relate to it. Because everybody on the planet, every single one, are part of this, no matter if you're incarnated in the old paradigm or the new. Now, when you incarnate, you always choose not only the life form, but the structure, the part of your karma you want to work on and study. So if you have incarnated in the old paradigm, it's not a limitation. It's a starting point. And most people on this planet are born in the old paradigm. There are many different structures. Now, I'll try to explain them to you. Now, if you take people who are born in the old paradigm, they are linked to the old karma, the evolution of humans so far, with all the collective knowledge, all the collective belief systems. And that will be part of their journey. They're learning through history, through the collective, through the accumulation of knowledge and consciousness. And most individuals who incarnate in that paradigm will stay there because that's their reality. And then you have, of course, individuals who incarnate into the new paradigm. And I will explain more about what that means in a while. But very often, they will simply incarnate into a different version of the planet where they're not limited by the karma, by the history. by the knowledge that has been accumulated throughout history. They're more free and they will feel disconnected to the human civilization. And then you have everything in between. You will have people in the old paradigm connected to the new one. They're supposed to stay in the old paradigm, but they're supposed to be influenced by the new paradigm and gradually expanding, which means that they will be asking questions, doubting reality. They will not necessarily be in a level of evolution where they will change or do anything about it. But they will understand that there is something more going on here. And they will start opening their senses and their consciousness to that process. Then you have individuals with dual structures or twin structures. Then you're born with both structures in the old paradigm and the new. And that means that it will be going back and forth. Your identity might be firmly rooted in the old paradigm, but also in the new. And you will experience this as a conflict, because in some areas, you might feel that you're completely expressing and living the new paradigm. And in other areas, you will be completely stuck in the old. And then you will have the individuals with what I call the bridge. You are in the old paradigm, but in every process of life, you will be guided and led over to the new one. In many ways, that's the most challenging one, because it means that whatever you do in life, your starting point is the old paradigm, but the finishing point will be in the new. Is basically being in a constant removal process. You will be moving house, moving reality in every single thing you do. And then you have the individuals incarnated in the new consciousness, relating to the old. Always having to interact with the old paradigm and kind of make it work somehow, and make it work in a kind of balanced, harmonious way, because that is what you're studying. Those are the typical structures. There are others as well, but there are many different ways of relating to this process. The point is that we're all a part of it, because it's happening on this planet. And the very premise of what it means to be human will change because of it.